My Right Stuff Holiday Sale 2015 box finally arrived. Yay! Now, I placed an order towards the end of their sale in December 2015. The box arrived the last week of January 2016. What seemed to hold it up was the Clannad Complete Collection DVD went into reprint, and it's not going to be available till February 2016. I bought a few less items this year. There was some really good stuff on sale, but I just couldn't justify spending money on it. And so let's open it up and see what's in it. We'll start off with the DVDs. Please Teacher is a show I should have owned a while ago. It went out of print, but it was recently a rescue license. Basically, this teacher, who's an alien, has to marry her student, who has a disease. And it's just a fun show. It's pretty good quality. And speaking of owning, I also picked up its pseudo-sequel, Please Twins. So long story short, these two girls think they're the sister of the guy, and the guy has to find out what it is. It's a show. It's not as good as Please Teacher, but it's still a fun show to watch. Again, went out of print, was a recent rescue license, and it's something that should have been in my collection a while ago. He is My Master. It's something I've been watching for multiple sales now and just couldn't justify pulling the trigger, and I finally did. It's about a guy who's really messed up and he ends up with these maids who are sisters. There's not a lot more to it than that. It's something I saw a few episodes of a long time ago of, and I kind of wanted to get it, and now I finally have. Clannad After Story. Again, Clannad Complete Collection DVD, still on back order. But this series here is interesting. A lot of people hated the dubs. I liked the dubs, and that's why I went out of the way to get them. And this series made me quite angry at the end due to how it ends. I'm not going to spoil it, but by far it has one of the most angry endings I've ever seen. It makes me actually quite mad how they ended the show because it's so screwed up. And that's why I think I like Clannad so much. It's got a good storyline, it's got some tragedy, it's got some fun, it's got some school, and I'm glad to finally own it. Again, it's another one of those things. Should have been in the collection, couldn't justify the cost, but this year it worked out. Clannad the Motion Picture is a movie that's a little odd. It does follow Clannad. It is quite different from the TV storyline. I still liked it. It really, you see the tragedy at the end. I'm just going to say it. But I'm glad to own it again. It's now in the collection. Maybe some point I'll have to rewatch it, but I'm glad to own it. Evangelion comic tribute. A bunch of parodies, one-offs, and it's just another thing to add to my extensive Neon Genesis Evangelion collection. I'm a big fan. I do need to catch up on the manga, though. I am behind, but I own all of it, and gotta get reading. FLCL2 light novel. I've owned the first one for a while. Now I have a matching companion for it. There's really not much more to add than that. They're really small. It's a thin novel, but we'll get to it at some point. Made in Heaven. I've never heard of this. I haven't read anything by the author, but what made me interested was the storyline. Sounds interesting. I do like my romantic manga and anime, but there's one problem. Volume 2 has some damage. I'm gonna go to a close-up shot to show you what I mean. First of all, you can see that's pretty yellowed. I don't have a problem with that. A lot of manga on my shelf is yellow. I've bought manga from everywhere, but I'll show you the inside here and where the issues are. First thing on the bottom here, we have blatant water or moisture damage of some sort. This damage also continues to the inside of the book. There is also water moisture damage to the inside cover up here. I've never seen this out of Right Stuff before, and I am going to follow up with them because this is odd that a product like this would go out of their warehouse in this condition. So again, this year's Right Stuff 2015 holiday sale order was small, but a lot of stuff I've been wanting for a while. It is concerning that a manga got out of the warehouse in that condition. I'm going to follow up with them and see what they have to say about it. The interior of the box looks fine. I don't see any water damage there. So unfortunately, it made it out of the warehouse like that. Thanks for watching.